won for the Democrats? Let's look at Hillary Clinton.
Oh, another woman. Okay, so I got to take off my red glasses.
Yeah, get on those blues. Those baby blues.
Go to my blue, Democrat blue. All right, with your blue mug there, I just saw. Voyager, by the way, Voyager is not a Democratic deck, although it's blue. This is actually DNA. I just, a little pitch for Voyager. DNA on the backside. So all 78 cards here are the human gene pool. We've all inherited all of the quality. Some of us have trustworthy. We all have some logic. We're all kind of whatever in all these cards. But it's interesting. So let's move on. Do we know her life card?
Yeah, well, her birthday is October 26, 1947.
Oh, okay. So she old too. Okay, October is 10/26.
Yeah, and 1947.
So we add all that, 1947. So we add all that, 13, carry the 1, 8, 9, 1. 1983, 1983 is 10, 18, and 3 is 21. 21 in the tarot is the universe.
Oh, so, I like that card.
I know. I hope I can say this on the air here. I have a friend who calls, because it's a woman, calls it the Yoniverse.
Oh, ooh.
I just relayed.
You can call it Yoniverse.
Yoniverse, which I think is a very.
I don't even know most people. I don't know if people even know what yoni is.
Well, do you want to explain?
It's your vagina, just so it's clear. It's vagina world.
Yes, exactly. The Yoniverse, not the universe. And but actually, in the Voyager deck, the universe is Mr. Universe, a big naked dude from Michelangelo's Emerging Giant coming out of the stone. So what that says about Hillary is she's been around. I mean, not in a certain sense. I mean, she's experienced.
Yes.
In administration, she had to deal with Bill. She's been Secretary of State. I mean, she's savvy. She's been around the block, around the universe, So, okay, that's true.
But that's her life card, though, right? So what does that mean from a life card perspective?
Well, she's been around. I mean, she's very, very experienced. I mean, she knows how to create, make things happen. She knows how stuff happens because she's been in government at the highest of levels, even though she screwed around or screwed up with her email thing, apparently. Right. God, you would think. But let's just keep going because she's the universe, 21. 2 plus 1 is 3.
Okay.
So that is really her life card. Is the number 3 card, I mean, the single digit, which is the Empress.
Ooh, isn't that fascinating? One is the Emperor and then there's the Empress. That's fascinating. Okay.
From and put on Empress. Hillary Clinton is the Empress.
Wow.
Now, who do you trust more, an emperor or a queen? I mean, I don't know.
Don't know.
I don't know. But the Empress, basically, as a female, has maybe a more nurturing, compassionate, loving aspect to her. Mm-hmm. Maybe, although there have been some serious female leaders that were not all that compassionate. Margaret Thatcher, Reed. But, the point is she's a leader.
Right.
Is a leader, and she's been around. So from a life card point of view and a political point of view, excellent.
I have a question for you. There, in the case of Hillary and Donald Trump, there was like 21, which then added to 3. So what's the difference between the first card and the second card? What's the difference?
Well, that's an intuitive thought. They're both your numbers. The single digit number, though, is more primary. Okay. So it's probably more basic.
Okay.
Basic. Whereas the double digit numbers are true, but they're not. They're a little sub personality types.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Okay, got it. So 3 cards for Hillary.
All right, and 3 cards for Hillary. Interesting. They're all. And Fiorina had these number 7 card, the Chariot. She only has 1 line. Just the way it adds up. Okay, she is ambitious, I'll tell you that.
Yes.
Well, they're all got to be ambitious. Right. So tell me when to stop for Hillary being our president. Tell me when to stop, Sibyl.
Now.
Right there. Okay. Change.
Okay.
Incredibly flexible,
Hmm.
adaptable. The change card is being able to move from this season to that and adapt and move and change and da da da. It's yoga for president. I mean, this is do all the moves and
Adaptable's good.
whatever. Okay. Which if I don't think she's spineless. I mean, but if she was spineless, I would not like this card. But I think she has firm principles. So in a way, I like this card for politics because if you're not flex-able, the world is changing from day to day, and if you can't move with change, you're a dinosaur. You're dysfunctional. You can't work. Okay, that's one card.
Okay.
What about another card for president?
No.
Okay. Actually, I got two cards, so we'll take them both. The
Sure.
first card is the Magician. Whoa. The Magician, this shaman card, pretty wild-looking character, the Inca shaman gold mask. And the rest of his magic and her magic hands. Number one card in the tarot. This is the ultimate get things done, make miracles, make it happen. The power of manifestation. I mean, this is an awesome
I like it.
gift. And Mercurial is very changeable and very swift and maneuverable and verbal, which really goes hand in hand with that change card.
Yes, absolutely.
But the Magician has that sleight of hand, and what do we really think about? What is she really up to? What really does she really feel about some of this stuff?
Right.
And maybe we're not sure. Maybe we're going to get a different President Hillary than what we're looking now.
Right. Yeah.
In the campaign. So but it could be black magic, it could be slippery magic, but it's very gifted, very talented, and very powerful. Okay, the third card for President Hillary, President Clinton, is that would be it?
Yes, President Clinton again.
Pick a card of what will Bill do when she's. What will Bill do? Well, I just picked a card for Bill. We shouldn't have done that, but I did. The Fool Child. Oh my! He's going to hang out with Jeb and the Donald, go play golf, and do whatever afterwards. I mean, these guys. So I'm thinking he's never changed. Okay. Anyway, interesting. Third card.
Third card for Hillary.
Age card. The Sun.
Nice.
The Sun is
powerful.
All powerful. All powerful. I mean, that's awesome.
Right.
It's interesting. The Sun is number 19, talking about King Tut, the leader, ultimate leader of seeing the light and having the power and the warmth and the energy and the leadership and the visibility and the gravitas to make it happen. Wow. The Sun coupled with the Magician, that's magic.
Yeah, those are strong cards.
Those are incredibly strong cards. That's a shocking revelation, anybody.
All right, let's look at Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, Bernie. Where is Bernie? I mean, that is I mean, I've done cards for 36 years or something like that. Voyager for 30 years. And it's rare you pick 3 cards and you get the Magician and the Sun in the same hand with 3 cards.
Yeah, pretty powerful. That's interesting.
Yeah, it really is. And meanwhile, Bill and all the rest of these cats go out and play golf. Fun.
Yeah.
All right. Now, so we're looking at Bernie.
Bernie is September 8th, 1941.
September. A lot of these. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of September, October birthday babies.
The birth goes, Jim Farrow is the hermit, who's a very self-composed, self-determining, self-determining, sufficient individual. And Virgo, very, down to earth. I mean, okay, in any event, 9, what was that again?
8, 1941.
So that's 17. God, he's older than me then. 1941. So that's 8, 5, 9, 1. 1958, 10, 1 plus 9 plus 5 plus 8 is 23. He's 5. His number is 5.
But wasn't his number 23, which is the same as Hillary? No, Hillary's 21. Sorry, he's 23. Sorry.
Now we're adding up different numbers for him. So his life card is the number. Do I have the blue glasses on? Yeah, okay. I'm picking his life card, the number 5 card of the deck, which in some decks, CJ, is called the Pope.
The Pope?
The Pope. Yeah, I know you love Pope Francis.
I do.
So
The
that's
Pope,
cool.
interesting.
And it's sometimes known as the Priest. Spiritual holy man card. In tarot, it's usually called the Hierophant or Hierophant.
Right.
And
that's the number 5, is that right?
Buddha. I have the Buddha here. Okay. It is a really highly moral, principled human being with great trust, great integrity, and great insight, great vision, great understanding, great wisdom. Wow. It's an amazing card. And every number 5 card in every tarot deck, including Voyager, all the 5s in the suits are problematic. I mean, they're tests, lessons, challenges, cards. And so of all the managers or leaders or presidents that can handle stuff coming apart, this is the best. The ultimate conflict resolver, manager of, all this crap we have to endure and, experience. So it's a great healer in that sense. And one thing I was really impressed by with Sanders is that his political campaign's all about, economic inequality in America, which is huge and getting huger. And it's probably the source of all the fact that our economy's not growing, and we suck, actually. So that's his campaign. And what's really amazing to him, I really give him a lot of props to this. He went to an evangelical college, university, Christian evangelical, last week to talk. And he knows he's a pro-life guy.
Yeah, I heard about it.
All of that. I was really impressed by the fact he said, look, we disagree on maybe immigration and abortion, all that.
Yes.
The most immoral thing in America that we have to deal with is our poverty. And that to put people on the street, to accept homelessness, to accept this political inequality, that is way more important than these other issues here. And that's the number 1 moral issue. And that's a real teaching and a really highly principled platform for being president. That is amazing. I don't know. Hierophant would be the Pope. He might not be the king. He might be the Pope.
Right.
Do they have an office for spiritual affairs?
We need spiritual help, frankly, as a country, so it's probably not a bad thing.
Exactly. But I like to acknowledge we have differences, but the biggest thing we have to deal with is something that we can all unite around.
Yes.
This economic inequality, which is getting bigger and bigger and worse and worse. Okay, you want to pick some cards?
Yeah, let's pick some 3 cards. Ready?
President Sanders, tell me when to stop, Cedra.
Now.
Right there. Negativity, another 5. It's a 5.
Yep.
So he is all about dealing with the number 1 crisis problem that we have in our country here. So he's going straight into it. No BS. He's going to take them on. That's his issue. So that's very interesting. Okay. He's going to deal with the negative. All right. Another card for President Sanders. Tell me when to stop, CJ.
Now.
Right there. Okay. The learner, the child of crystals. So what's interesting, number 1, he can learn. He's open to hearing. He's not like, I know all the answers and some authoritarian. No. He is a teacher, teaching himself, learning. To be a great teacher, you have to be a great learner. You need, they're flip sides of each other.
Right.
That are there. Teaching, learning, growing, getting through this stuff that we have. And a 3rd card for President Bernie. What would he be like?
Now.
Right there. Okay. Compassion.
Oh, those are nice cards.
That's a beautiful card. It's one who really feels compassionately. And maybe we should have the Dalai Lama in there also. And the Pope, your lover, your lovable Pope Francis in there.
My lover, the Pope, is that what you're about to say?
Great card for really feeling empathically what's going on in people's hearts and minds, in fact, here. So from a spiritual point of view, Sanders, wins easily here in terms of his sense of what's actually happening in the world. And that's why he's got a lot of popularity, a lot of credibility, is because he's coming from a real heartfelt place. And he's articulate enough. Teachers, these cats can talk, and hopefully can lead.
Right.
The problem is, can they get elected?
Right. Yeah.
That's hard.
When you look at Hillary versus Bernie, they just seem like different kinds of people.
Well, right. I mean, Hillary, I think, is more pragmatic about, well, we've got this issue and that issue, and I am someone going to have to deal with them and deal with them successfully. Whereas Sanders is really a one-issue kind of candidate about what's going on with all these people.
Yeah, he's going to stir it up.
I love the fact that he's in there.
Yeah.
And that's a great combination of those two. Whereas sort of the problem with Bush and Trump is they're kind of similar in a different personality way.
Right.
They both have the same lifeguards and all of that. The only one that was kind of super interesting with all of that was Carly.
I think so. We do a prediction. Who will win, Republican or Democrats, and who will win the Republican primary, who will win the Democratic primary?
Okay, so we're going to pick one card on like who wins, or do we go separately with each person and their outcome?
Let's do the Republican Party and then the Democratic Party, and then figure out who would win between those two. How about that?
All right. So do we pick a card for each one, the Republicans, who's going to win, and see what their card is?
Yeah.
Okay. So which one's first?
Okay, let's do Donald Trump.
Okay, let's go to Donald.
Well, Donald Trump win the primary.
Bush, right?
Yep.
I'll pick a card up. I got the card. And then President Carly.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to that one. I just saw it. It feels right. Okay. So does Trump get the nomination? The card is synergy. If he would really reach out and create coalitions and build alliances instead of it just being him, he has a chance. But I don't think he's going to do that.
No, that's just not his nature, it seems like.
It's too much him. So I don't think he reaches out enough and creates the coalitions. All right. Now, Bush, does he win? The card is anger card. Wow. That's a breakthrough, a breakout card, but not exactly the healthiest of cards.
No.
And somebody's a little pissed off, actually, here.
Right.
That's the anger card. So if you believe the cards, no. Just literally reading the cards. And, I have my neutral glasses on.
Okay.
Right? And then what about Carly? Does she become the candidate? The surfer? No. The surfers, and we love surfers, and she's riding the wave right now, and she's on a wave. But this is kind of quixotic, a little fickle. Like she's the candidate du jour right now. Right. The wave is up. Cowabunga, Carly on the board. Woo!
Right.
But it's not solid enough.
Right. Well, so there may be someone else that we just don't even expect.
Well, how many other? We've seen all 11 or 12 or 15 of these.
I don't know. I'm just saying,
I'll tell you what, though. If Trump would actually be serious about this, I mean, really serious, he could make it the synergy card.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Well, let's ask, will he?
Okay. Yeah, let's ask, will he?
All right. You tell me when to stop, CJ.
Now.
The nice thing about cards is you can ask the cards any question, and, that's what's cool about it. The knower, the sage of crystals. The sages are not actively in power. They are, they're outsiders. They're outliers. So they're not usually ones who they know, but they don't do. I think he's going to get down and do what you have to do.
Right.
Well, I just think this Republican thing is up for grabs. I mean, I don't know.
It doesn't look like there's any clear person, frankly.
Let's ask this, CJ. What about any Republican candidate? How will they do?
Okay, yeah.
In the election? Any of these cats. All right, tell me when to stop. C.J. Lew is predicting the election, or the Democrat or Republican nomination.
Okay, now.
Right there. Okay. Devil's play.
That doesn't sound good.
You know, they stir it up. Stir it up with CJ. Devil's play is definitely provocateur, agent provocateur, the devilish. Frankly, I like this card because it does stir up emotion and all of that, which sometimes I don't know how great that is, but it's kind of not like a winner.
Right.
It's too much of a minority, too much on the outside.
Yeah.
So let's keep going. So what about the Democrats? Well, they have a candidate who will win.
Okay, so between Bernie and Hillary.
Right. And you know, of course, we have a long way to go. It's the whole election.
I know.
All right. And so the question is, what about Hillary? Does Hillary win? Tell me when to stop.
Now.
Okay. Does Hillary get the nomination? And what about Bernie? Tell me when to stop.
Now.
Now. Okay, right there. Okay, so does Hillary win? Commencement, the Ram. Well, I would most likely. This is a very powerful emperor.
Wow.
Balls coming out, breaking out, card, very powerful. Okay, how about Bernie then? The Star.
Wow.
The Star is a star, but the star is not the sun. I mean, remember, Hillary is the sun. And the sun is more primary. It's more in our face and in our life. The star is a little soft in the sense of the spiritual leader, the knower. You know, somebody like the Hierophant, the priest, and now you get the High Priestess. This guy is a great person for the Democratic Party to have. Right.
Do you think he could be vice president with Hillary?
Like that. Yep. Or secretary of something. Secretary of Spiritual Affairs. You know? But yeah, something, because he is worthy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Whereas like Hillary's world card is real action. It's do.
Yeah.
Do. We're making it happen. So, in any event, whoever the candidate is, will the Democrats win? That's the next question.
Yes. Will the Democrats or Republicans win?
Well, what this time it's the Democrats. Remember, the Republican was devil's play card. What about the Democrats? Will they win? Tell me when to stop.
Now.
There?
Yes.
Oh, did I get a card? What? I got two cards. I got to tell you, I'm in between two cards here. Okay, I'll look at them both. Synthesis, which is they get it together, which is a nice card. Leave it there. And the other card was Harmony. These are both number 8s.
Wow, they're very similar.
Well, they're both number 8s. And an 8 for 2015 adds up to 8, which is all about, reaching everybody. Coalition building, creating alliances, creating networks, harmonious with these, harmonious with those, speaks to those people, and. Very impressive cards. Politically, very impressive cards. And ability to do, they're major communication cards. How to communicate to the American electorate, the people, in a way that people feel comfortable, and certainly more than 50%, probably electable.
Wow, so it looks like the Democrats are going to win. And Hillary.
We can call it. And probably it'll be President Clinton. According to the cards.
Yeah.
You know, CJ, that's now.
Right, that's true. A lot can happen.
Right, a lot can happen. I mean, right now it's, it's spectator nation. I mean, it's a spectator sport to watch this stuff go on. So we don't really care. We like stuff to happen. It's drama.
Right.
It's drama. But when we get a little bit more serious, we actually have to elect one of these people. Things change a little bit, for sure, and tend to get a little bit more conservative. You know, like, oh, wait a minute, I like this guy, but I don't. God, can I see him with a finger on the button? Oh my God, you know, stuff like that.
This guy or gal, because it could be a gal.
Together, it's probably Hillary, but she's definitely going to have her down. She's down in a down cycle right now.
Yeah.
But she's revivable. She's renewable, probably. So we'll see. We'll see.
All right. All right. Well, we've had, and tell us about, tell us a little bit about your political qualifications, because I know you created. Thank you so much. Isn't that fascinating? Do you have any other cards that you want to read before we close?
No, but about my political qualifications, and I was telling my Periscope people before we got on with you, I mean, I went to Columbia, I have a PhD in political science, and I used to work in New York State politics. So I worked with a Democratic Assemblyman in New York State, but I worked on the Republican campaign of Nelson Rockefeller. Wow. So I worked on both sides of the aisle, Republican, Democrat. I don't really like politics. But I follow it, of course, but I got away from it, and frankly, Voyager is kind of politics of the inner self. It's about governing yourself, and all 78 cards represent the 78 different voters within the body politic, your own personal government, which I love, and that's why it works.
That was fantastic. Thank you so much. That was so fun. So.
It means so much to me that you're listening to the show. I would love your support in any way by giving me comments below, or to subscribe to the show, or share the show with friends. Thank you again for your support. Love and blessings.